Hello, how you doing? You ever do your dailies with like 10 minutes to spare? Cause I just did. Dailies are reset now. But I unlocked a couple of society quests. Figure I might as well record it, so here we go. Yo, we've known each other for a while now. I was thinking perhaps it's time we started living together. I could use a lovely house in El Meg. Fill it with whatever your heart desires. What do you say? A certain fairy king won't be pleased. Of course, Titania. You didn't think I'd forget about them, did you? It was just a jest. Yes, a jest. I'd never dream of taking you from our king, whose beauty is equaled only by their benevolence. So, dear Beck, I've been wondering how the boy in right is faring. Is there any chance we might meet him in Old Meg? If you're worried about him, sure, I can check if he's asleep and bring him to us. You're coming along, of course, yo. It's done. I merged the boy's dream with El Meg. The lad looks well. Ah, you're the woman from before. After you left, everyone in the village brought me lots of tasty things. I ate so much I felt like I was going to burst. We're pleased to hear that. Now, I take it you are no longer plagued by nightmares? Not at all. I only have fun dreams now, like this one. It makes me not want to wake up again. Truly, if that's what you want, it can be arranged. I have some chores to do, so I better wake up now. So long. What? Did I say something strange? Let us remember that the pixies aren't to be trusted. Oh, come now, it was just a jest. I prefer my mortals alive and happy, I'll have you know. Dead and unhappy ones don't give us fun dreams to harvest. But enough about that. We still have nightmares to vanquish. What do you say we investigate on Meringue next? Sounds good to me. Based on my preliminary sniffing, the stench of nightmares is concentrated in Morgue Soak. Can you tell us what manner of dreams are common there? As I recall, most dreams are to do with water. Folk going thirsty, searching for a water hole, that sort of thing. So their needs is simply for safety and survival. It stands to reason, given that the region is an inhospitable desert. Without further ado, then, let us make to Morgue Soak and search for the source of the nightmares. The entire town, it smells so ripe, so tantalizing. What a dull and dusty place. There isn't a single pretty flower around, nor anything that looks tasty. Instead, I see these revolting worms everywhere, and people eat them. Eeh, just thinking about it makes my stomach turn. Well, to each their own, and to me they look quite palatable. I can imagine them bursting into one's mouth, releasing the slimy goodness within. Perhaps I shall take some back with me. Oh, don't even think about bringing them to Elmeg. I will murder you. Huh. I prefer nightmares at any rate. Speaking of which, we should get to work. As before, we are looking for a slumbering child. I doubt there'll be too many of them in such a bustling marketplace. How can you be so sure the child will be sleeping? And lad's nightmares introduce an unnatural drowsiness. Those affected cannot easily resist it. Not a smell on the child. He is the source, I'm certain of it. So frustrating not being able to interact with dreams directly. Me, I'm a flower vendor. Got blooms from the Christarium and travel around selling them with my son. I'd asked if you were interested, but something tells me they're not uncommon where you're from. And Al, please forgive me. Oh, don't worry about that boy. He's bone tired is all. Hasn't been getting much sleep of late on account of the nightmares. Is there something you need? Investigating nightmares, you say? Well, it's no secret why my son has them. We were traveling through the desert when his sister... I'm sorry, it's still too fresh. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands to run. Don't worry about the boy, he's safe enough sleeping here, there. Just, if you plan on heading outside, be sure to carry plenty of water, alright? Out there, it's a matter of life and death. The boy is plainly in the grip of a nightmare, yet he gives off no scent. He's the source and no mistake. Right then, let's tend to business before his father returns. Have as it, Azel. With pleasure. Don't interfere anymore. I'm warning you. Oh, will you stop doing that? That the child and I, we created a watery friend together. If you give it for him, you will get hurt or worse. Your ugly nightmares are no match for us. We'll take care of this one like we did the others. It feels like a storm is raging in my belly. Why? Why must you torment me? I only want to fill this hole in my heart. A hole where a friend used to be. Alone inside that cramped old castle. How I long to see them. Now wait just This absolutely can't wait. I'm going to be sick. Ugh, thank goodness it didn't come back up inside the village. Alright, yo, same as always. Oh, seriously, why do they always have to look so hideous? The worm in town looked palatable. This does not. As far as storms and bellies go, I say that one was quite stormy. You did it. You did it. Dependable as ever, yo. Come, let's hurry back to Morksoak and look in on the child. We'll leave the talking to you. Huh? You weren't you just... Oh, still here, are you? Do you know this woman, son? I suppose. Don't laugh, but I think I met her in a dream. In a dream. Well, now isn't that amazing? Look at me laugh. I said don't laugh. Sorry. It's just, I don't remember when you were so lively. But tell me, what kind of dream was it? Anil. I saw Anil. The same one, then. I'm sorry I wasn't here. It must have been hard. No, it was different this time. This woman, she appeared and trounced the water monster. But that's not all. All the place where the monster fell, flowers began to bloom. They reminded me of the promise I made to Anil. The promise that one day I'd fill armoring with flowers. I see. One day, son. One day we'll make your sister's wish come true. Mark my words. Well, we have to go now, but whoever you are, I hope to see you again. Thank you, Pale Pixie, for helping me to remember. The boy is well again. Another job well done. But he was thinking, and lad, why do you suppose? As I understand it, his little sister died of thirst in the desert. Latching onto this ordeal, and lad planted a nightmare in the form of the water monster. And though we were the ones who helped him to conquer the nightmare, ironically, it was its very existence that brought him hope. The nightmare brought him hope. It's certainly something to chew on, but for now, let us return to Le Meg. Another great gate awaits. Nice. Well, oh, the people can be in here? That's so cool. Tis time to throw wide the gates of our moraine. Dear Beck, are you alright? You haven't uttered a word since we returned. Huh? Oh, sorry. I was deep in thought. That's not very pixie-like at all, is it? Go ahead, yo. You know what to do. Just two more. By freeing the little boy and work silk from his nightmares, you and yours have reclaimed the dreams of those in our moraine. Dear Breck appears eager to further beautify Lear, Meg, and for this they require your aid. More dream bubbles. I look forward to seeing what fantastical shapes they will assume. And that's what that. We'll go back to Lear, Loren. Come and see us when you're ready, alright? See, we reclaim the dreams of yet another region. I'm really truly grateful, yo. And now, about and lad, it's strange but I can't help but feel as if I know them. As you know, built Lee I built Lee Mig together with my departed friend. But maybe, just maybe, that friend has. No, it couldn't be them. I'm being silly. You set Titania free, yo. Everyone knows that. Wait, do you mean to say your friend was the previous Titania? Back then, they weren't Titania yet. They were simply a kind-hearted pixie who saw fit to befriend me, eccentric as I am. Together we built Lair Meg. Together we had the finest fun. They're very dear to me. That's why no matter what, I want to protect our garden, like they protected all of us from the Sin Eaters. I see. Close as you were, it isn't plausible that you would sense your friend in another form, and the dream of being alone in a castle is suggestive indeed. Be that as it may, I do not see how Enlad could be the reincarnation of your friend. After all, pixies are born of the souls of children, but wait, could it be that the ether that is gathered? You know, never mind, I'm sure I'm just being sentimental and silly. As I said, it's not pixie-like to overthink things. Let's do something fun and productive instead, like filling armor egg with happy dreams. The bubbles are still there. Alright. Forgot where I was going. Okay. 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. And we're doing this society quest as well. Happy to see you, yo. I've actually got something to tickle your thinker with. Hey Maru, get over here. Starting with the good news, looks like the hottest thing on Thavnir is Thavnar's new Tandor. hosts can't get enough of our homemade grub. Being able to eat whenever we want's about the best idea I ever came up with. All you really need in life is the kitchen. Which brings us to our recent pickle. All the new businesses we're getting is really wearing down our hippos. We can't afford to lay off the work, but my poor girl Saria's got bags under her eyes. Do the hippos have comfy beds? You know, I've never given creature comfort much thought before, but if it's for our hippos, maybe it's time to start. Boss. Huh. Oh, if it ain't Gaza. What are you doing back so early? You're supposed to be out on delivery, aren't you? That's just it, boss. We got trouble. The order I was out delivering, it got snatched straight out of my arms. Just when I enter the jungle, this bloke jumps out at me like I'm serving two for one at his favorite mayhane. I pull up so I don't ride straight into him, but he rushes me, grabs the food I'm holding, and takes off. How dare he? Stealing my food and running around in flashy armor like he ain't got answer to nobody. Armor. A metal moocher. Wearing armor. Alright, forget that loon, Gaza. We make the order and get it delivered on the double. Yo, you up for stretching your legs? Let's see if we can find this son of a Bujumaga. Good. I'll go and hitch up Saria. If she'll even let me, how am I gonna convince her this time? Like I said, we've got a thief to catch. Meet me over at the Shroud of the Shamaga, and we'll see if he left any mean nan crumbs. Here you are, perfect timing. Me and Surya just made a sweep, and we didn't see nothing out of the ordinary. Not surprising, of course. No thief I've ever met sticks around to face the music. Anyway, see if you can pick up anything we might have missed. A jungle's always moving, after all. You'll never know what you might find. Me and Saria will catch up in a little bit. Let me know if you find anything suspicious. As you survey the area for some suspicious activity, you spot an armed Arcrosadora. You recognize her as a huntress, Sula. She lifts her hand in salutations before disappearing into the jungle. As you survey the area for suspicious activity, some nearby leaves rustle and a murderer's Avestada appears. Aww. You survey of the area yields not a suspicious person, but two adorable hippo cows. You may smell more like a hippo than you think because they cling to you as a comrade. Without a herd to protect them, these two cows might easily fall prey to other wild beasts. It would be best to pause your search for now and accompany them to safety. The energetic calf looks ready to follow you. It nudges the shy hippo calf beside it in encouragement. Trina should know what to do. Wait, where'd you get those hippos? Don't tell me you're the type that can't help picking up strays if they look at you all winsome like. Nothing suspicious save these little pots, huh? Strange there weren't other hippos, though. Me and Sir also made an odd find. A radiant who's gotten smacked around by a beast, but no sign of our thief. Anyway, I bundled them into the cart and sent Saria off to a Palika stand. Let's head over as well. Gassa should be there with his delivery by now, and I want to get his account again. Bring those cows with while you're at it. It's too dangerous to leave them out here alone. Okay, so I can use my mount. Sorry to keep you waiting. 2 Hippo Rider specials fast and ready to eat. Oh, at last, I partake in the famed Hippo Rider special, the spicy tandoori prawns, the scrumptious fish taka. If only grandmother could see me now ordering fresh fish in the custom of the locals. Looks like that radiant got back safe. One of their friends just thanked me. Greetings, yo. Yaza tells me you've taken to the shipping trade. Oh, goal. Never thought I'd see you again. You sure do know everybody, don't you? Apologies for the delay of your delivery. Some scoundrel ran off with the first batch we sent. What's this island coming to that Asadora can't even trust each other not to act like two guild thieves? And that's not even getting into the bugger's poor taste in armor. Anyway, we're terribly sorry to have kept you waiting, miss. Think nothing of it. It was only the most minor of delays. I'm more worried about this scoundrel you mentioned. I've been patrolling the area for some time, and this is the first I've heard of an Asadora wearing armor. Oh no, mother fiend. In any case, I'll be sure to keep my eyes extra sharp whilst patrolling. We can't have Ventangada running wild while pilfering pawns, now can we? You're making an odd squeaking noise, did you know? And your tikka is getting cold. Right, you are, young Rashir. Let us eat. As Grand Redder used to say, an empty stomach leads to forest fires. Or was it friendly fire? Forgive me, I feel faint. After we partake of these delicious meals, we shall scour the jungle for any nefarious suspects. I will send word if we find anything. So, are you gonna introduce me or should I skip straight to the cuddling? They were alone. Usually cows this young are glued to their parents. But you're saying there were no other hippos around. My deliveries are done, so why don't we go and have a look around the watering holes up north, see if my expert eye don't pick up something useful. Truth be told, these darlings probably smell too much like us to be going back to their herd now. Take them home so we can make sure they grow up right. Will you, boss? Gasa can be a hothead, but he's a real hippo whisperer. Ain't no one knows him better. I'll take juniors back to Savannah. Stop by it later when you get a chance. The cows are making themselves right at home. Nothing better than having a herd after all. You went out looking for a bandit and brought back hippo cows instead. You're pretty bad at finding things, yo. But they sure are cute. The master returns. Find anything? I searched high and low, boss, but there's not a hippo to be had for gil or glory. Judging by their tracks, the herd must have up and left in a hurry. So you think the cows got left behind in the scramble? I reckon nothing short of an outright blaze would be enough to separate cow from calf. But I ain't heard news of any fires recently. Something else might have done it, boss, or someone. I found tracks that looked an awful lot like Escadora's. The rival hippo rider? If it is, they're still short a hippo. Looks to me like the hippos cleared off before whoever it was got close enough to snatch one. In any case, we've got no good grub coming, grabbing hippo, harassing lowlife on our hands. We've got to be extra careful till we catch this bandit. Maybe so, but as hippo riders are professional now, we can't let nothing stop us from delivering. Son of Abul Jama, the creature comforts. Boss, you feeling alright? Whoa. I am, but our hippos ain't. And if this thief comes angling for our deliveries again, and the hippos are too tired to haul themselves out of there, we're done for. Why is it framing like that? I just noticed that too. Okay, it's just gonna be a little choppy until I can figure this out, but it's the end of the quest, so. And I'm not feeling great about our upset seeing even Sarah was stripping me the cold shoulder earlier. I thought I had to pull her in the cart. If it's our poor pot's need, then our first order of business is a proper sleeping table. Long overdue if you ask me. And for our new additions, a wadding pool, it's safer as if they can swim right at home. I guess we could fix up the old fish pond and make a splash. It ain't deep enough for the bigger hippos though. Okay, well it's acting better now. I don't know what that was about. It's better than nothing, and we can't keep him cooped up in Sarnia all the time anyway. That's no good for the hippo soul. May as well take him out for proper bathing excursions. I guess they are the ones doing most of the legwork, but this ain't no small project, Kasha. You better be helping me build all of this. Thanks to Maru and Gasa's exhaustive efforts, Sylvanas has a new stable and wadding pool. The Hippo Riders are known as unique couriers, which is presumably an improvement. Make the most of their rested and refreshed. Make the most of their rested and refreshed hippos. Nice. Okay. That's gonna do it for this part, but it's not the end of the video yet. Okay, we are also doing a role quest Endwalker caster. And yeah, here we go. Ah, yo, your timing could not be better. Deacon Clem has finished speaking with the rescued clergyman and will be here shortly to share his findings. Lord Emmerich, too, is on his way. Let us wait for them. Deacon Clem, we thank you for making the inquiries on our behalf. 'Twas no imposition in the least. As I said, I'm glad to do all I can. So, 'tis our understanding that those we escorted back were all close acquaintances of the Inquisitor who turned. Like him, they too had been subjects of harassment by certain quarters of the populace. Is this correct? It is, I am afraid, and they are far from alone. Men of the cloth were once afforded respect and defendance as service of alone, but now they are openly reviled by many. We were complicit in perpetrating terrible lies, this is true. Complicit in perpetuating terrible lies, this is true, but we too were misled. We too are victims, yet we are regarded by some as criminals. Well, do I understand the people's anger? But it saddens me to think that they would thus lash out on their fellow men, especially when we need solidarity most of all. Though I can imagine your plight, I would not presume to fully grasp your pain. Will you tell us of the challenges you and yours have had to face since the war's end? Like all sons and daughters of Ishgard, we dreamed of peace in our lifetime. But now that it has come, we find we have little cause to rejoice. Our faith has long been the foundation of our lives, and overnight that foundation has been crippled by fractures beyond repair for some. To learn that we had been deceived and that we had unwittingly deceived others in turn was devastating. We who had once been shepherds to men found ourselves lost lambs, bereft of serenity and wanting up for guidance. We'll have languished in darkness, all of us. Yet I have faith that the church will redeem itself, that it will find a new path and again become a beacon of hope for the people. I see. Thank you for sharing this with us. Your testimony has confirmed our suspicions. According to our allies, that which causes people to turn is none other than their despair and anguish. If it wasn't before, 'tis abundantly clear why members of the clergy are among the transformed. That you did not, I believe, is due to your unwavering faith in the church. In light of this, we should ask for your continued cooperation. Of course, anything to help my brethren. Now that we have established the cause, that leaves us with the mystery of profane Fenrir's identity. The progenitor of these troubles, could he too have been a man of the cloth? From what I recall of his garb, I doubt it. He was dressed in the common fashion and inadequately against the cult besides. 'Tis said that something of the individual may remain in the blasphemy, influencing its behavior. If we can determine what instincts drive profane fanfare, we may learn who it once was, and this knowledge, I believe, will prove vital in our efforts to stop it. Deacon Clem, we ask that you reach out to your fellow clergymen. Please do what you can to ease their anxieties. Understood. As I have ever done, I shall provide what comfort I can to those in need. Meanwhile, we must make it a priority to identify the blasphemy. To that end, I would seek out more eyewitnesses. The Hopin is a busy place at any given time. Some ordinary citizens are bound to have been present at that tragic event unfolded. I promise we make inquiries in the pillars. If you could attend to the Hopin, Lord Ortoriel and I will look in the surrounding areas. I wasn't present for the incident at the Hop-In, but a young man poorly dressed for the cold, that I did see. I recall him well because an idle aide from St. Venru's Way was searching for him. He was a patient at the infirmary, and by coincidence had the same name. No, I didn't see that dragon, nor would I wish to, frightful as it sounds. They say it was a Dravanian attack, but if not, then what was it? The dragon that appeared at the Hoplon, I saw it with my own eyes. One moment an Elzian, the next a terrible beast. He was a heretic, I take it. Were you able to learn anything? There you are, yo. Did your search yield any fruit? A patient of the Firmament's infirmary, you say. Among those with whom I spoke, one claims to have witnessed an individual fitting that description. A man walking in a stupor who did not seem to feel the cold. If he had wandered straight out of the infirmary, it would explain his state of attire. Yes, I dare say we have found our blasphemy, but to think that his name should be Vanderier. 'Tis the same name of the former Heavensward commander, Sir Vanderier de Rochemonte, for whom the infirmary is named. Sir Vanderier, however, retired from his station at a ripe old age some years ago. 'Tis not like to have been him. In any case, we have a lead. I shall head to the infirmary at once. Pray wait for me in the room. Lord Toriel should not be long. Let us wait here. This is Loverick, the aide who was in charge of Venru. Have you found him? Oh, please say you have. We have not, I am afraid, but we seek to, and hope that you could tell us more about him. May we ask how he came to be at the infirmary? He was found by a patrol in the Central Highlands. After being treated for his hurts, he was brought to us for convalescence. Being in the prime of his years, he had been doing well, but then... Prime of his years, by all accounts he is no old man. It seems safe to assume it isn't Sir Vanderu. Oh no, he's definitely a different person, as I told Lord Ortoriel. And though he gave his name as Vandrew, he seemed rather confused, and we had no means to confirm his identity. In his state, he's shown to be wandering about on his own. Please, you must find him. The man who recently turned into a beast at the Hopland, we regret to say it may have been Vandrew. What? No, how can this be? Is there aught else you can tell us? Things he may have said or done while in your care? While he was still unconscious, he would often ramble, though most of it was incoherent. He mentioned the Archbishop many times. Oh, and you spoke of a bishop too, Bishop Vartanox. I assumed he was a pious man, given this. I see. Thank you for your cooperation. We will continue our investigation, and should we confirm what became of Vandrew, inform you forthwith. Let us return to the congregation for now. Who could this Vandrew be? The mystery remains, but we are one step closer to identifying the man who became Profane Fenrir. Indeed, though he did not at first appear to be a member of the clergy, his words betray a fervent faith. And how curious that he should speak not only of the Archbishop, but Bishop Vartanox specifically. Perhaps he was personally acquainted with His Grace. In light of the possibility, I believe we should speak with him directly. Agreed. I will request an audience with His Grace, but His Grace has many demands upon this time. It may be a while before we are seen. Should you have any other business, pray feel free to attend to them in the meantime. Level 87. Okay, and with this, that makes the full video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and have a good day or night. Be easy and peace and all that. Thanks for watching.